I know lots of experienced dealers who found out once the things are restored, once there's been a grain of everything, we think we know that. If you're going to buy expensive books, it's a big mistake for most collectors to buy ungraded books. They're going to lose a lot of money on key books. And if you look at Borak's most recent article in the OC, he had a comment on the percentage of restored books increasing through Bronze Age. And we now have our books 10% for getting close to 10% for Bronze Age books of value. And of course, it's 40% or above for Gold Age books. If you're buying ungraded books, even from reputable dealers, you're going to submit those books, and some percentage will come back to store. It's the comment. I guarantee you.
It's a silly example, but it's very accurate. Talking to the CGC guys, remember the black cover Spider-Man after 9/11? There was a little manufacturing blemish, a little white dot on the covers. They were getting them with color touch because people were thinking they're black magic marker and filling in that little white dot on a comic book that was not even 10 years old. I mean, at the time it was actually happening, they weren't even 5 years old. So, and it's a silly example because I'm talking about a comic book worth tens or hundreds of dollars, not thousands, but it happens at every level.
And I would always suggest that if you are interested in buying a high-priced comic book, it's so important to have the book evaluated before you purchase it, especially eBay, things like this where you submit so much money. And then you get the book and you have it looked at by whomever. I provide a service myself, a certificate of evaluation. If you want to send the book to me, I will evaluate it from cover to cover, let you know if anything's been done to it. Because $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for these AF-15s, and I know so many people that have needed a letter from me stating that such and such has been done to them, and they will want their full refund. So it's very, very hard to do that.
To carry it further in a practical matter, think about it. We're dealing with AF-15, Spidey 1 are now more than one time six-figure books. They're not going to be the last. And if you were buying a house, as we've discovered, maybe you should have the money to actually pay your mortgage. That you want to know credibility-wise. You're going to have the home inspected for termites. You're going to have it inspected for other things. Don't you want the book checked out?
You have to. And the other thing I have to say, just the whole CGC, I think it's a good tool for those out there investing. But there's nothing like holding the comic book in your hand when you receive it. I know maybe if it's a very, very high rated 9.8, you may want to tuck it into that slab and then never be able to hold it again and turn the pages so you buy yourself a lower grade book. But these 5.5s, wouldn't it be nice to have it in a nice line?
Nice hardcover.
But still, there's nothing like holding the real thing in your hand that you just purchased, so you make sure you keep it in the right kind of, I prefer an acid-free backing board with a Mylar in an acid-free box, and then of course keeping that climate-controlled environment. And make sure you check it from time to time. Because let's not forget, this is a newsprint quality paper. It will age over time. It will turn brown. That's going to happen. So you really need to check on it, but you take all the steps to preserve it and serve it so that it won't deteriorate.
We have time for one more question or comment, Jamie. I've been dealing with Phil for a long time. You guys probably experience this as much as I have. But when you go to the dealer's room now, you see very few people operating with prices. You see very few customers holding the guide, which has all the information. In other words, they're less informed. But when I was younger, in the early 70s, I attended the third standing time. Everybody had a guide of some nature, and they were looking through it for the pricing. And we all argued grading standards, but back then it was good, fire, near mint, or mint. And now, when you look at the dealers who are selling, I don't fault anybody for what they do. But the more information that a guy or a woman is still puts on the sticker, the more that dealer has taken the risk of confronting the buyer and willing to stand up for his or her book and his or her grading standard. If you go up to a dealer and you have a dollar figure on the sticker and there's nothing else written, you're not informed because you don't have the price guide or any other passion for knowledge. You take your own chances. And that includes restoration. the more information that's on the book, the risks are generally limited.
With that, we have to end because we have another panel coming in and have to clear the room. But I appreciate everyone coming. Again, look into the network of disclosure. We believe in community education and ethics. Networkofdisclosure.com.